Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a collective reading. So if you were drawn to the title of this video, there is a message in it for you. So let's get started here. Shuffle these a few times for you guys. Just a reminder, this is a general reading. If you're interested in the personal reading, go ahead and click on the description box below for my website and how to book that with me. Sacral chakra. We'll read that at the end. What's going on for my viewer? All right. So what I'm seeing for you, currently you might be in a place where you're kind of I see this like challenging someone else, some kind of a player or something. I know that that's not how you read tarot, especially this spread, but I'm just saying this could be you kind of finding out somebody's true colors. You know, I feel like yeah, that's what this kind of looks like to me. So we're going to clarify it. But I feel like you know a lot about someone. Not sure if you've communicated all that you know about someone or a situation with this crossing you. Needing to focus on happiness, needing to focus on better things for yourself. I see things improving here in the summer also. You're leaving behind conflict. You're leaving behind. This could be an actual situation in your life, like maybe family drama or relationship drama. We'll find out. And your strengths is judgment. And this is all your decision. You run the show, basically. So if you ever feel like something's out of your control, when it comes to you specifically, you're always in control of yourself. Even if it might not feel like it sometimes because of things around you might crumble, but you have control over yourself. So near future is the King of Wands. Definitely feeling more confident about yourself. Possibly, you know, starting something new in your life also. But like I said, I also see this as maybe you and someone else confronting each other. So that could be a possibility in the future if this is somebody else coming in. Your advice being the 9 of Swords. You might be in your head too much. Excuse me. You might be in your head too much about things going on in your life right now. And this is in your environment. So definitely a lot of changes in your life. And you probably have some level of anxiety, finding it hard to sleep, Feel like there's been a lot of things in your life just kind of crumbling down, or at least it feels that way. Hopes and fears, Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new passionate beginning in something. Could be in love, could be in something else. I'm not seeing too much love here. Potential outcome. Maybe a decision. Maybe just being too busy. Let's see. Clarify the Queen of Swords. I feel you've been kind of getting clear with yourself on what it is that you want. I feel like in the past, you may not have expressed things to people that you've been with about your needs in relationships or in friendships. I feel like you're tired of doing that. Something like that. Like you finally became more clear about what you want for yourself going forward. But you might not be communicating it at the moment. Or maybe you weren't for a little while. It looks like you have a lot of love here for someone. Or this is you. Yeah, this is you having a lot of love for someone and not knowing what to do with it, not knowing how to express it. Could be very attracted to this person also, but definitely a lot of love that is not being expressed. A lot of love not being expressed. Needing to focus on happiness. And it's like, you are having a difficult time doing that. I feel like lately you just have a lot going on. A lot going on. I see a lot of different things popping up. Almost at the same time, but not exactly at the same time. Kind of like, this gives me the energy of on my way to work, I got a flat tire, and then the next day I spilled coffee all over myself in the car. Kind of like that. Not all bad, but one thing after another. And it's hard for you to focus on happiness because of it. And there's also a big love situation at the forefront of all that. I don't think you're realizing that you have more options than you think when it comes to love. You just might not see it that way. For some of you, I don't know. I feel like it's for all of you, honestly. What you go through here in the past. You also might be finding it hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know if I said that. Or you don't think love is for you. Or you don't think it's going to happen. I also get that very strongly. Feel like you dealt with a long-term situation here in the past. And if it wasn't long-term, excuse me, And if it wasn't long term, it had the potential to be. But it didn't. I mean, it could have been something for a little while, but it was almost like, no, you're kidding yourself with this person. I feel like this person probably didn't really take action towards you. And you knew it, but you may have stayed there hoping that it would change, and it caused conflict. I'm getting that for some of you. For others of you, I feel like it's possible that somebody here could have, or maybe you were struggling with some finances, making some poor financial decisions, maybe with somebody's advice. See? Poor financial decision with somebody's advice. There could have been somebody here that you were tied to romantically, and they could have really they could have used you for money, and they could have left you hanging. There's so many ways that this could have played out. It's not just use you for money, but there's an energy here of fake love. It's not real. So they were faking something to get something out of it, and they kind of left you hanging, is what I feel like. I don't see communication with this person, but it is in your past situation. So your strengths, judgment. And with the devil there, clarifying that you may have a tendency, or may have had a tendency in the past, to maybe, that doesn't sound right. I'm not saying that. Not, you may have had a tendency of attracting people who didn't really give you effort. So there's like a breadcrumbing vibe. And it's like you're not allowing anyone to not be balanced with you anymore. You're not going to overgive in situations. You're not going to allow other people to take advantage of you. Like, that's something that happened repeatedly in the past, repeatedly. And it's something you already put an end to, and you're not allowing it to happen anymore. I feel like that was a long cycle with the cards that came out representing it. Okay, so this is another person coming towards you with all these cards representing them. It could be a few people, but I kind of see it as someone maybe very attracted to you. You guys could be very compatible. And I say that because when I clarified you over here, you're the Queen of Swords, and now I just pulled the King of Swords to clarify this. Your main card is the Queen of Swords down here, not the clarifier. But you know what I'm saying. That's a big sign for me to say that this could be a good match. But there's a lot of attraction, a lot of seeing things on the same page. And this person might not come very maybe you guys are on the same page energetically, but this person coming into your life could very much be younger than you. I feel like they're younger than you. At least in energy, they're younger than you. They could be older than you, actual age, physical age, but they could act younger than you or be younger than you, maturity-wise. They're kind of a player. So that's someone coming up for you in the near future. That was crazy specific because I don't read this like that, but that's just what it is. The advice here is to hold on, because it's just showing me what you're doing. Okay. The advice here is to not overthink things anymore or let them weigh down on you so much. If you are going to take time out to step back and evaluate different things in your life, make sure you're looking at things from all different kind of perspectives. Because I feel like when you look at things only through your perspective and why things hurt you and why things, ended up a certain way for you, it hurts more. It hurts more. It makes you anxious. It probably even affects your sleep when you really think about things that you've been through. And, you're not deserving that. You're a good person. And don't get me wrong, you are. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is maybe if, say, for example, you were in a narcissistic relationship, because I was. So that was definitely something that I dealt with. So if you're in a narcissistic relationship, it's hard not to look at that other person and see the devil, the actual devil. But one way that I used for it to get better for me was realizing that that person, when they were not emotionally or mentally healthy. So how could I even compare anything in my life or my value or anything up against this person's opinion of me when they're not even oh, now I'm just rambling, when they're not even up to par with themselves. So it was one of those realizations that it just made me open my eyes up to different things. I wasn't the victim anymore. And that's what this is saying here. Make sure you take that mentality out of it. Make sure you look at it from different angles. There are things in your life that could possibly be falling apart, and it's supposed to be that way. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. There's a lot of signs here, to be honest with you. Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, a lot of signs, Leo. You could be dealing with a breakup. You were possibly in a third party situation. Um, it's possible you could have had this person held up on a pedestal to some extent. But it wasn't the ending of this relationship that actually showed you that you're the one that belongs on the pedestal. For others of you, if you're dealing with the Scorpio, you can reunite with that person, and it could end up. Be careful. I'm just saying, there's pregnancy here. If you end up reuniting with a Scorpio, that's side note. I feel like there's a part of you that fears the unknown, because in your hopes and fears, you have the Ace of Wands. So it's kind of like there's a part of you that's, you put this facade up to people, that you are all put together, that you know where you're going, but there is a lot of fear there, and that's okay because it's nerve-wracking, because you can't see where you're headed at this time because of everything you've experienced lately. And that makes sense of why the Ace of Wands is in that position. So it's just fear of the unknown. You don't have to fake being strong for anybody. And at the same time, you're not actually that fearful. You do have passion behind you to go forward. You do have this electricity to your energy that you probably have not reignited in a long time, and that's going to carry you through. Because I mean, it's here. It's here. Okay. Possible outcome. Yeah, it's kind of like you just, let me get 2 more cards for this before I start. Yep, definitely. You must have went through some kind of like awakening, or because this is giving me kind of like being put up on some kind of a pedestal because you went through a lot of healing, a heartbreak, but learning lifelong spiritual lessons because of it, and being able to open your heart at the end of it. Just a lot going on at the same time. It's like you're learning how to open your heart. You're learning from this experience, whatever it is that you went through here in the past, you're learning from it, but it's all happening. Like, oh, this is happening kind of at the same time. So it just feels like you have a lot on your plate. There might be a lack of movement, because when you feel this way, when you feel like you have a lot of things going on, a lot of time we tend to pull back and think about all the things we have going on and not actually act upon them. So just giving you that heads up. Any advice for my viewer? Any advice for my viewer? Make sure you go through the grieving process in a good way. There's an actual way to go through the grieving process so you can heal yourself, so you can move forward, so you won't have resentment, so you won't have regrets. There's a way to heal, you know. If that means going through the actual grieving process, literally look it up and try to do that. There's things that you can do. So make sure that you're not harboring any of those negative feelings. There's a lot of fear here of the unknown. I'm seeing it a lot. So I get it. And you got sacral chakra. Key facts: color orange, sound vam, element water, glands, testicles, ovaries. Keywords: I want. Known as the sacral chakra, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below your navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To activate the chakra, visualize a glowing orange ball of energy in your belly area. See it spinning and sparkling. Feel joy as it grows larger and sends orange sparks out into the universe. By energizing the sacral chakra, you attract creativity, joy, passion, and love into your life. This exercise can be used to exercise any chakra simply by visualizing the appropriate color, energy. I hope you guys enjoyed your message. If you did, hit like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.